when I was 4 years old. And I grew up in the Central Valley where my parents work as farm workers. It was their hard work and their hardships, their sacrifices that influenced me to go off to college and now to work for a nonprofit, a community rights organization that fights for immigrants like my parents and myself. Para los que hablan en español, yo soy Eva Jiménez y trabajo para una organización que aboga por los derechos de inmigrantes. Yo nací en Jalisco, México, y a los 4 años inmigré a los Estados Unidos. Crecí en el Centro Valle, donde mis padres trabajan como agricultores, piscando naranjas, frutas, y es su trabajo, lo que hicieron ellos, que me ayudó a ir al colegio, y ahora trabajo para una organización que aboga por los derechos de inmigrantes como mis padres y como yo. I am here representing my organization, folks that...
Hello everyone, my name is Rachel Hagan and I'm an IHSS provider in Sacramento. Like many others, I got into this work because of people needing a voice, the elderly and the disabilities. I care for my daughter full-time, and thanks to IHSS, she can stay safely at home instead of being forced into a nursing facility. That care is the only possible because of Medicaid. Without it, she would end up with no access to services to keep her alive and at home. That's why this Medicaid cuts are terrifying me. Not just for my family, but for every IHSS consumer across California. All of them are Medicaid recipients.
Mi nombre es Alma Romero. También soy una cuidadora de IHSS aquí en Sacramento. Cuido a mi hijo a tiempo completo. Y no se trata solo de recortes. También estamos viendo redadas en todo el país dirigidas a familias.
So I'm Fabrizio Sasso. I'm the executive director of the Sacramento Central Labor Council. We are a coalition of over 100 unions representing nearly 200,000 workers in the greater Sacramento region. And John Lewis taught us that when we see something that's not right, that's not fair, that's not just, we have a moral obligation to say something and to do something and to get in the way. And that's to make good trouble. But what does it really mean to make good trouble? What is trouble? Well, trouble is a disruption. Remember that word. It's a disruption of the status quo. And like my brother Volma mentioned at the very top of this program, we have got to change the status quo. But what is the status quo, you say? It's the way things are. And are we happy with the way things are? No! Come on, are we happy with the way things are? The status quo is the existing order that tells you this is how the world works and you can't change it. And so conservatives are obsessed with maintaining the status quo. They resist change. They want to keep things exactly the way they are, even if the way things are unjust, unequal, and they're cruel. We've experienced a little cruelty right here in Sacramento today, in Southside, at a Home Depot. That's right, fucking ICE showed up. And now you know that big ugly bill is gonna quadruple that budget. This is just the beginning, folks. This is just the beginning. It's gonna get a lot worse unless we do something about it. But You know, the status quo doesn't have to be that way. Here's the truth. History is not static, and democracy is not static. You know, physics tells us that objects that are in motion, they stay in motion unless there's a disruption. And think of our democracy as an arrow floating in outer space that's pushed through space. And if our target is a society built on humanity, equality, compassion, and justice, then that arrow is supposed to stay on course towards those ideals. But the founders themselves pushed it off course from the very beginning, with slavery, with disenfranchisement, with exploitation. And ever since then, greed has been the invisible hand nudging that arrow further and further off target. So what do? We disrupt. We have to put our hands on that arrow, and we have to push it in the right direction. We make good trouble. And that's what the labor movement's always done. When they told us work 14 hours for poverty wages, what did we make? All right, you're gonna catch on here. When they said children belong in factories and not schools, what did we make? When they said you don't deserve a pension or a living wage or a union or health care, we said hell no, and what did we make? From the sit-down strikes of the 1930s to the March on Washington for jobs and freedom, to every picket line today, the labor movement has been the disruption that keeps America's promise and the American dream alive. But I gotta tell you, right now, brothers, sisters, siblings, we are off course again. We are off course again. Billionaires are hoarding more wealth than entire nations. Politicians, led by a twice impeached, 4 times indicted, 34-time convicted criminal wannabe dictator, are trying to dismantle democracy and pit us against each other. And also, we all know he's on the Epstein list, right? But they want us angry. They want us fearful and divided. Because when we fight each other, we can't fight them. So is it the immigrant trying to build a better life who's the problem in this country? No! And is it the rural worker afraid of being left behind? Are they the problem? No! Are our teachers and nurses, firefighters, home care workers, state and federal workers, our bus drivers, our grocery clerks, our hotel workers, are they the problem? No! No. The problem, the enemy, is greed. Yes. And it's the same greed that underpays you while CEOs rake in record profits. It's the same greed that ships jobs overseas and guts public schools and tells you to blame your neighbor instead of the billionaire who's robbing both of you blind. So the question that John Lewis would ask today, if he was still here, are you willing to get in the way? Yes! A little bit louder. Are you willing to make good trouble?
Yes!
And I'm not just talking about showing up to a rally. I'm not talking about making those clever little signs. Not just clapping your hands and doing the call and response. I'm talking about disrupting systems. I'm talking about putting your body on the line. I'm talking about civil disobedience. I'm talking about organizing. It's not enough to wait till next November. The work has to fucking start right now. Because here's the deal. Justice doesn't bend the arc of the moral universe on its own. We do that. We bend it with our hands, with our voices, with our strikes, with our disruption, with our organizing, and every picket sign, every march, every contract fight that the labor movement takes part in. That's good trouble. And it's what's going to help defeat this era of Trumpism, this corporate greed that we see, and every force trying to drag us backwards. So today, let's commit to being the disruptors that we need to be, that this country needs right now. Let's commit to the revolution of the mind, the revolution that that overcomes the fear and the anxiety of doing more than just showing up to a rally, that gets you off the couch and gets you talking to your neighbors, even the ones that may have voted for Trump. Because again, I think a lot of them are pissed off about the Epstein stuff, so now's a good time to do it. John Lewis said, never ever be afraid to make some noise and get in good trouble, necessary trouble. So let's make some noise. And what are we gonna make? What are we gonna make? And what are we gonna make? Thank you.
It looks like it's on us to stop the violence. Open up your eyelids, stop living in silence. We organize in the street, but yet they label us tyrants. From the LA blowouts to where we fought for education, to take over GQU, that's occupation. 50 years later, Matt, you're still in the house. We're still fighting for our rights. Now what you talking about? Whether you organize in the street or your fights in the field, there's one thing for real, this is our time to build. The eagle and condor is our symbols of unity. Red and brown, mix yo, we all in the community. We are young, gifted, and brown. With the chance to change the world around, hit the town, came to shut the system down. When I say abolish, you say ice. Abolish, 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 abolish. Si se puede, si se puede. Yo, my name's Stephen Payan. I'm a proud member of the SEIU 2015. We gotta organize labor, right? So make sure you're out as many of these protests as you can. And even deeper than that too, with the Sacramento Poor People's Campaign, which was led originally by Martin Luther King, 1968. Want to encourage everybody that's here to sign up to those tables and join those committees, as well as all the other booths that are here. And big shout out to Leo Silva for providing us with this sound today. How's the sound? Sound good? He's a great sound man. He's a great friend to many of us in our circle. So thank you humbly with that. So I'm also a member of the Sacramento Hip Hop Coalition called Hip Hop Congress and Mentes Diferentes. So I wear a lot of different hats because it's different tool for different tool chests, right? We got educators, we got street organizers, you got people that are protesting in different government positions, because not everybody could do everything, but everybody could do something, right? And that's what we're all here, because after this protest, what are we gonna do? We're gonna bring 1 or 2 people to the next protest, right? So picture this triple. I want to challenge everybody here for this next big protest. You see that big tower bridge over there? Can we fill that place as California? We haven't had a protest that big since 20 years ago. A day without a Mexican, right? Do people remember that? So this is on us as a community. We are Sacramento, we are Northern California, and we gotta resist this, right? So we just seen that there was a raid earlier today, and they're planning to get more raids throughout Northern California. So I need everybody here to open up their phones. If they're not already part of NorCal Resist, you gotta join Migra Watch. We gotta let Trump know to get the fuck out of California. He is not welcome here. We don't got no time for pedophiles and people trying to protect Jeffrey Epstein's accomplices. At first there was no list. They said there was no list. Did they lose their list? I mean, I thought Trump was calling out all the Democrats that there was a bunch of people in there. Now all of a sudden there's no list because his name's all over it. He's been friends with Jeffrey Epstein for like 15 years. How many cases that little bastard have? So one last time, when he was running, we were up here at the Capitol saying, fuck Donald Trump. Can I get a fuck Donald Trump? Fuck Donald Trump. One more time. Louder. Louder. Let those bastards in the Capitol hear you. All right, DJ. So this was dedicated to everybody during the Occupy movement. We are the 1% going up against the 99%. I don't know how many of y'all remember that, but we're here to cause good trouble. It's been a long time, we're still on the grind. Mind on the movement and the movement on my mind, whether rain or shine. Every voice and every line, even in the welfare line, for my people gotta grind. Days of lonely nights, we stayed up to strategize. Little sacrifice so my people organize. Better know your rights, having wisdom's having sight. They try to keep us blind and control what we buy. Struggle to be free if the hustle what will be. The more people see, we control our unity. Lacking unity within community. When we band together, check the possibilities. Talking amnesty into all those with the dream. Tearing down these borders, questioning inequality. In reality, we control their salary. All power to the people, we not making history. Educate your brain, immobilize for change. Mentes diferentes and it still remains. When it rains or pours, they got money for war but can't feed the poor. Taking power back to a grassroots level. Going underground, suit up and get your shovel. No, we can't settle compromising with these devils. Politicians tricking folks to let them go rebel. Part of the problem or part of the solution. No matter what you do, reach actors' contribution. Lead by example, but they follow an illusion. People want revolution, part of the evolution. This for my gente organizing down the field. This for my families that was working in the field. This for the blood and the ancestors that was spilled. Creative blessed real life and that's for real. This for all the parades organizing in the streets. All the mad chiefs that's graduating down the lead. This for likely unionizing labor heat. This for y'all mobilizing for the dream. Educate your brain, immobilize for change. Mentes diferentes and it still remains. When it rains and pours, they got money for war but can't feed the poor. Hey, hip-hop just turned 50 last year. I had to start it off with two of the greatest MCs of all time, Rakim with It's Been a Long Time, and they got money for war but can't feed the poor. Who's that? Who's that? Tupac Shakur, legendary Tupac Shakur. That's how hip-hop should be. So we're about to bring our Aztec family up to the table. So are we ready? So I want you to make a warm round of applause when they start pulling up. They've been here, rain or shine, no matter how hot it is. They're out there leading our marches, leading like the opening blessings, just for our people to stand up and have our culture together. They do a lot of different things within our community. She's a teacher, a family member. So, I'm just curious, we're going up? So, Kapuli Squali is the name of the group that's gonna come up here and perform. Silaline is an amazing teacher. She's also a board member at the Washington Neighborhood Center, helping teach the youth.